This is a square. Can you guess which spot that goes in?
The square.
That's right. It goes in the square hole.
Yes. Okay.
And how about this rectangle? That one
Also the square.
that goes in there too.
Yeah.
Up next, we've got this thin rectangle.
The thin
Can you guess
rectangle.
where that goes?
The thin rectangle.
That's right. It goes in the square hole. And up next, a cylinder.
The circle.
I think that goes in
The circle.
the square hole. Now, we've also got this semicircle right here. Do you see a slot that would fit
The semicircle.
semicircle?
The semicircle.
That's right. It's the square hole.
Voters have been watching you. Democratic voters approve of the job you're doing. Democratic voters overwhelmingly like you. But one poll shows that almost 2/3 of Democratic voters want a new nominee in 2024. And the top reason they gave was your age. So what's your message to Democrats who like you, who like what you've done, but are concerned about your age and the demands of the job?
Well, they're concerned about whether or not I can get anything done. Look what I've gotten done. Name me a president in recent history that's gotten as much done as I have.
Oh, my God.
Not a joke.
Okay. Up next, the triangle. We know what hole that goes
The
into,
triangle.
right?
Triangle.
That's right. The square hole. And up next, we have the arch.
The arch. The arch.
You guessed it.
The arch.
It goes in the square hole.
Yo,
You know what? But Trump, he's a businessman. He's looking at
These
opportunities
niggas be
to
funny.
make more money. Check out what he had to say about this.
If I was a basketball coach, I'd be the greatest coach in history. I'd have a women's team. I'd have all men. I'm not a fan of LeBron James. I don't like LeBron. But I'd say, hey, LeBron, you ever think of becoming a woman? Because you're going to be on my team. We're going to go undefeated for the next 5 years, LeBron.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to my channel, and thank you for joining me. So, I saw this thing with Rachel Maddow, and she doesn't want Trump to speak. They don't want to give Trump a platform, so they give some stupid ass excuse on why they don't want to broadcast him on the station.
That's right. The square hole.
Well, he's misinformation, and if we know what he's going to say before we say it, then we try not to air it because it's just, you know, we doing this for you, you know, the viewer and stuff. We're trying to save you from hearing somebody else's point of view. We're doing this for you, so that's why we're censoring him from fucking speaking out.
Gave a speech to supporters. Now, it's pretty customary these days for news channels to air press conferences live because they have news value. You would have seen it here on Sky News a lot. The ABC does it. It's not an unusual thing. You get to hear it from the horse's mouth. Not so at MSNBC, where their star lefty Rachel Maddow said this.
I need to say that former President Trump has just started making public remarks, just as he did on the evening of his first arraignment on criminal charges. That was April, when he was booked on 34 felony counts brought by the state of New York. Now tonight, after his arraignment on federal felony charges, he's speaking again, this time to an audience of his supporters that's gathered for a campaign fundraiser tonight at his golf club and summer home in New Jersey. We knew heading into this that he was planning to make these remarks. We are prepared for his pre-fundraiser remarks tonight to again be essentially a Trump campaign speech. Because of that, we do not intend to carry these remarks live.
That doesn't make sense.
As we have said before in these circumstances, there is a cost to us as a news organization to knowingly broadcast untrue things.
You lying bitch.
We are here to bring you the news. It hurts our ability to do that if we live broadcast what we fully expect in advance to be a litany of lies and false accusations.
Started screaming, and I said, "There's a rope around my neck."
Now, you get what I'm saying? And the shit pisses me off, man, because it reminds me of the scene in I told you, you know, liberals are weak as shit.
Apologize that I do not know. I do not.
No. I have a genuine
Okay.
question right now.
Actually, nothing that will save you. There's nothing that will save you.
But do you not see the difference between him and I?
No,
JP,
I'm the
do you know what
human.
precocious
You are not a
puberty
human.
is?
So
That's
so
hard
if
difference.
JB,
You know what
if
precocious
puberty
puberty is?
blockers were JB, if puberty blockers were created for cisgendered kids, right? That suggests that they were created for a reason, right? We can acknowledge that at least, right? And
see, I don't know. From the doc,
Okay, well, then
from what
go
I was
through
told from my
JB,
doctor,
shush.
I only
JB,
have.
I'm not done.
No,
JB,
it's
I'm
your
not
Sorry.
done.
stupid fucking.
JB, I am
And
not done.
but you
I
also
will allow
understand
you
I'm
to
also under
review when I
duress.
am
I'm trying to
done,
listen
and
to
I will let
everybody
you
on
know.
the.
I will actually end by saying, JB, I am done. Please go ahead and review.
That's right. Square hole.
Okay? Until then, please mute. Okay? So if we can acknowledge that they were originally created for cisgender kids, and you can do the research on this if you don't believe me.
No, I
And
can't.
we can acknowledge that they were created for a reason, right? Then we can acknowledge that God, you have got me so frustrated that I
You're
forgot.
so fucking
Used on
stupid.
trans kids.
What?
JB, I got you. I don't know who to JB, respond do you to. know I what have so many precocious people. puberty I was
is?
trying to
Sure.
listen to the good sir who was trying to educate me on a certain thing there, and he just
So
gets
fucking
cut off.
stupid, dude.
Precocious
You have no
puberty
idea
is?
what you're talking about.
JB, do you know what
It's
precocious
honestly
puberty is?
disappointing, yeah.
No, he was telling me about
No,
there's.
dude, you just don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I would.
know what precocious
There's the
puberty
one
is?
good person on here that has respect.
No, it has nothing to do with being a good person or not.
Good
because
sir,
you're
if you
already
want
a
to
bad
hold
person.
another debate,
You're-
I was
you are
trying
a
to
bad
listen.
person,
No,
You're
I
being
think
a
you
it's
either
JB.
drank
It's
too
not a
much
matter
or you're.
people engaging you
Yes.
a good person or not. You're just a
JB, do you know
you're a
what
bad
precocious
person.
puberty is?
You get what I'm saying? They will stop you from talking if the truth will hurt them type shit. And this reminds me of that scene in, what was it, House of Dragons? Or, what was that, House of Dragons? What was the one? The first one, what was the name of that one y'all like so much? You got House of Dragon. Game of Thrones. Okay. I watched Game of Thrones, and I remember it was an episode that I watched where the little boy, kind of king-like little boy, he went down to the the pond or something with some girl or something. He went down to they was at the pond. It was him, some farmer boy, and some girl he liked. You get me or something? And I don't know exactly what happened, but they end up somebody got cut. I think the little boy got cut, and the little farmer boy gets in trouble for it. You get what I'm saying?
I won't hurt him. Much.
Stop it! Stop it! Both of you! You're spoiling it! You're spoiling everything! I'll gut you, you little cunt!
No. No. Please don't.
Arya, leave him alone!
And when he didn't do nothing, and they end up killing this little boy. You get what I'm saying? Instead of stepping forward and saying the truth, no, you would just rather kill this little boy. You get what I'm saying?
Sorry, Ned. I never meant to frighten the girl. But we need to get this business done quickly.
Your girl and that butcher's boy attacked my son. That animal of hers nearly tore his arm off.
That's not true. She just bit him a little. He was hurting Micah.
Joff told us what happened. You and that boy beat him with clubs while you set your wolf on him.
That's not what happened.
Yes, it is. They all attacked me and she threw my sword in the river.
Liar.
Shut up.
Enough!
They fully expect a litany of lies and false accusations. I mean, isn't that what you'd expect of any politician? But of course there are different rules for Trump. Earlier in the day when he popped into a restaurant after his arraignment, this is how MSNBC treated it.
It's Versailles. It's in Little Havana in the Miami area. He's still a candidate for president. That's the picture over your brilliant words. We don't need to see that anymore. We know where he is.
Same deal over at CNN.
Whatever this spectacle is that's unfolding before us, let's remember what this case is about.
The folks in the control room, I don't need to see any more of that. He's trying to turn this in. He's trying to turn it into a spectacle, into a campaign ad. That's enough of that. We've seen it already.
It's like the part when they saw, the little boy saw Cersei and her fucking brother or something sleeping with each other, and you just decide to kill the little boy. You're fucking wrong. You get what I'm saying? But you decide to instead of telling the truth or just being honest, no, you just kill people. You get me? You just kill the little boy. I'm the king, so you're automatically in trouble, little farmer boy type shit. That's all we're seeing, okay? All we're seeing. You get me? Everybody on the left, for some reason, are using all they tricks to stop people from telling the truth. You get me? They do not want the truth at all. You get me? We living in a bitch society. A bitch society is one where you're not allowed to tell the truth because truth will hurt people's feelings.
Can you hear me now?
Truth will get all those corrupt people out of office. Truth will set people free. But no, we're not allowed to use the truth because the truth is damaging to the to the left. You get what I'm saying? They're damaging. You get me? So you censor Trump because you can. This is my station. We ain't got to show Trump on our station. So you're not a news station then, bitch. You're whatever the hell we feel like showing you station. That's what you are. Rachel Maddow, just like Don Lemon, just like Joy Reid, need to get the fuck up out of here. I'm waiting for her to leave too so I can do that happy story. Anyway, that's pretty much the video. Don't you see it? If you don't see it, it's probably because you don't see me. And then if you don't see me, it's because they censoring us.
That's right. Square hole.
Okay? Hey, everybody out there in TV land. If you see me, it's because they didn't censor me. And when you do see this, wonder why you didn't see it when it came out. Anyway, bye.
Democratic presidential candidate Joseph Biden today faces a controversy. 3 weeks ago at a debate at the Iowa State Fair, he used phrases identical to those delivered by British Labour Party leader Neil Kinnock.
Biden seemed to be claiming Kinnock's vision and life as his own.
Why is it that my wife, who's sitting out there in the audience, is the first in her family to ever go to college?
Why is Gladys the first woman in her family in 1,000 generations to be able to get to university?
My ancestors who worked in the coal mines in northeast Pennsylvania don't come up after 12 hours and play football.
8 hours underground and then come up and play football.
It's because they didn't have a platform upon which to stand.
There was no platform upon which they could stand.
The notion that every thought or notion or idea you'd have to go back and find and attribute to someone, I think is, quite frankly, ludicrous.
The problem here is that Senator Biden told his audience he'd just been thinking about these things, and he failed to give any credit at all to his famous British speechwriter.
You know, I was thinking on the way over here. Now, that's a little too much, because, as you point out, what's behind the words? What's there? And a lot of people, the rap on Biden has always been that it's just a surface.
I should have said, to paraphrase Neil Kinnock, it's the only time I didn't, and all the times I've ever used it.
But CBS News found a tape of a second instance.
It reappeared in the New York Times with a new charge, that Biden had appropriated a famous litany from the late Robert Kennedy about what the gross national product cannot measure.
It cannot measure the health of our children.
The health of our children.
The quality of our education.
The quality of their education.
The joy of their play.
Or the joy of their play.
Biden gave Kennedy no credit.